Muffin here. Welcome back to channel. I have a couple replays from the subscribers of how they did. So we're going to go through and review how these subscribers did on their replays. So going right in, the first one here, I'm not even going to try to pronounce some of these usernames. But as a tank destroyer, you want to be putting yourself in a position to give yourself a good eyes view, or put yourself in those positions to play and fulfill that supportive role. So he's doing pretty good here, putting himself in a position that he could give his teammate over here on the right hand side some cover fire. There's a couple different styles or ways to play a tank destroyer. One that's a little bit more front line, one that's a little bit more in the background. Those that are glass cannons are ones that you want to play a little bit more in the background and hidden. Tanks like the E3, that have very good amounts of armor, can be much more up on the front lines, but E4, in my opinion, is a little bit of an awkward tank, and he's actually playing this quite smart right here, because he's using the rock over here on his left-hand side to try to protect himself. He's not being too aggressive because they're outnumbered over here on the right-hand side, but he's still trying to provide some cover fire for his friend, and he's in a good spot. So, and he's doing a really good job fulfilling his role, paying attention, trying to do as much as he can to help his teammate here, even though his teammate is getting closed in on here pretty fast. So, and just trying to stay close to the landscape, using the rock here just in case they turn their cannon and start focusing on him. So great support, very well done there with the E4 and fulfilling your role as that tank destroyer and supporting the friend. So fortunately wasn't able to save him, it looks like, but was able to take out those three enemies, I think, over there on that right side. So now it looks like there's just a few over here on the left side that's been detected. This is a great position that he can put himself in to get some cross-firing shots, see what happens here. Let's see. Yep, that was a great shot. That FE poking himself up. Now, these enemies are a little bit behind the rocks here. He does need to push up to be able to get some more shots off these enemies. So doing excellent here. His team is, we've all had teams like this. This team's obviously falling apart faster than he can help, but he's definitely fulfilling his role, and I would say he's doing a great job. There are just sometimes those teams you can only do so much to help out, but for what he's doing really good. Don't want to get shot by that FE, but great shot, that E4. He's looking around, trying to pay attention to possibly what shots he can get. He did take out that FE, but perfect. Looks like he's got some cover of this hill here a little bit. Excellent job putting himself, because the thing is, as the E4, you don't want to put yourself too much in a position and get yourself exposed, but he is trying to help out as much as he can and help this mouse. Now, I don't know how necessary it was to quite drop down, because I think he might have had some shots on some of these other tanks, but actually, as a matter of fact, I think it could have been helpful, because I don't think he had a shot on these, the E4 and the IS-7. This is a really bad spot to be in, because you don't want to get HE'd in the rear, especially by this FOC. That will really mess you up. This is getting pretty close. Is he going to be able to make it? Oh, man. This is close. He cannot let that FOC back up enough and point his cannon right at him. Perfect. Looks like he moved forward. It looks like he's trying to use that rock. Perfect. Wow. That was a good game. Well done. And seriously, I think he did everything he could have done in that round. So very well done, and very well done in fulfilling the role as a tank destroyer. So going in here next, another subscriber username I can't pronounce, but the 047 is a medium tank. So right off the bat, I'm looking to make sure he's fulfilling his role to get himself in a position to help spot the enemy team. So he's moving up, which is great, seeing momentum. He's not sitting in the back of the map or anything like that. doing actually a great job, was able to tech some of the enemy coming up over here on the left-hand side. Using this rock as protection, which is excellent. He's using the landscape to help protect himself. Great bounce there. That tank is not, he's either tunnel vision and he's got himself stuck or something, but he was not in a really great place there. He did already get a shot taken over on his right side, so poking up after you've been luckily able to bounce around, I don't know, would have been quite the thing, but he is being very aware, agile. He's moving around the map looking for ways to get those advantageous positions. He's not just tunnel visioning and only focusing on one area, so this is excellent. Now the Panther M10 does have a good DPM, but the 047 actually has a good armor profile, so he's really pushing up on this Panther M10, doing an excellent job here. Probably maybe he could be a little exposed here. Hopefully he doesn't get hit. There are others taking a shot, but luckily he's able to bounce. So actually quite incredible. Also incredible that, looks like he's getting some hits. This is hard, but excellent. He's now moving out and getting himself to be back in a position to use the landscape to protect himself. That's perfect because he was taking some hits there, so it was really good to relocate, use that maneuverability, use that speed. That's more of the benefactor of an 047 or medium tank. He is paying attention, trying to see how he can help out. This is the perfect example of what you don't want to do. This Luva is just completely tunnel vision and only focused on one tank, it looks like. Using his maneuverability, just absolutely beautiful, and circling this Luva. Nice, well done, helping his team, very well positioned. He's got to get himself back behind cover. He's got some enemies just peeking up over the hill here. 047 is a very capable tank. Was a pop-up offer just recently, so this actually could be a good review. There's a lot of things going for the 047. It is a good tank. Now he's going on a one-on-one with an 047. Okay, this gets himself in a little bit of a DPM exchange, which is not what you quite want to do, but it's the last guy, so you know what, who cares? He's actually doing an excellent job. He had positioned himself very well, fulfilled his role, used the landscape. He didn't tunnel vision, so honestly, another great play and tactic, everything. Great replay and how that was executed and done. So once again, these subscribers did great, both masteries here. We got one more just right after this. Now this one I can pronounce. He previously did a tier 4 replay, but just moving forward, just from the subscriber request, that just doing tier, I believe, 6 and above for these, how they do replay. So he decided to give another shot. Shout out to TJ for doing it again. So right off the bat, the VK is a light tank, so he's trying to put himself in a position to spot, which is great. Now, he does have a little bit of support here on the side, but a lot of his team looks like they more so have gone down, so he's being pretty aggressive, but honestly, in a way that it's actually okay, because as a matter of fact, most of the enemy is all detected in town. He is capping a base, which is great. He's covered this area using his view range to make sure things are clear. And now moving up, trying to get himself in a position to see if he can come around a corner, potentially spot, maybe get some side shots. That is exactly what you want to do. He's looking for those opportunistic shots to be able to come up on the enemy, which is great. Putting this guy in a really bad spot. So I don't know where this guy is completely going. He looks like he's just, he just kind of went out there in the middle of nowhere and away from his team. That was not a good move by that enemy, but great move and strategy by that MT. So he's going back in. And he so far is down. His team is down 2, and he is now capping another spot, which is good. Now the score is even, that's good. So they've got 2 bases, definitely helps. Just trying to, he's looking for those advantageous positions. In a tank like this, you don't want to rely on your armor at all because you don't have some, okay, don't want a perfect, actually very well done. So this is actually great. He's playing this tank very, very well because, like I was just about to say, this tank doesn't have any armor, so you don't want to put it in a position to rely on your armor, but he is constantly looking for those opportunistic shots, those enemies that are distracted, focusing on others, and putting himself in a position to support his team constantly, and being very aware of what's going on in the map. So very well done, TJ. Great snapshot there. Coming up in just around, looks like these enemies might be trying to outnumber this Tiger over here, their teammate. Doing great once again, distracted target. This is exactly how you want to play this type of tank, a light tank with no armor, looking for those distracted targets, being that supportive role. And I mean, this is great gameplay. So very, very well done in fulfilling his role. Honestly, these were great replays by these 3 subscribers. Let them know in the comments below what feedback you have for them. I honestly think these guys did great. This is the Muffin here. You guys stay cool and keep tanking.